roll call and excuse of absent members.
Mayor Ambrosio Hernandez,
Present.
Commissioner Lazar Guajardo,
Present.
Commissioner Bobby Carrillo,
Here.
Commissioner Ramiro Caballero,
Present.
Commissioner Daniel Chavez,
Here.
Commissioner Ricardo Medina,
Ricardo Medina.
Present.
and Commissioner Itza Flores.
Present.
Good. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Mayor. Pledge of Allegiance and invocation. By Chavez. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Chavez?
Invocation.
Invocation.
Yeah.
Español o inglés.
Whichever you like.
Are you all right?
Padre, te damos gracias, Señor, por este día. Damos gracias por la oportunidad de estar como un concilio aquí para la ciudad de Pharr. Te pedimos esta tarde que nos ayudes a hacer las recomendaciones y hacer lo que tú tienes para nosotros. También te pido que cuides de todo de la ciudad, Señor, durante estos tiempos tan difíciles. Amén.
Amen.
Thank you, Commissioner. Item 2, public testimony. Anybody sign up, Hilda?
No, sir.
Public hearings. Anybody sign up for public hearings?
No, sir.
Thank you. Item 4, city manager's reports. Submission of sales tax collection report, April 2020. Yes, sir, the report in your packet's a little bit complicated or misleading, however you want to quantify it. We are down for the month, but we're up for the year 3.5%.
Okay.
So we're still in the positive. The next coming months will tell us if we stay in the positive or not. Tax collection report for March 2020. Everything seems to be on track. Where we were last year, we are still collecting. Number 5, consent agenda. All items in the consent agenda are routine, non-controversial. You can act them in one motion if you so wish.
So moved.
Second. Second.
Second, Guajardo. Any discussion on this item? Otherwise, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Thank you. 6A, consideration action, if any, on ordinance amending Chapter 110 of the Pharr Code of Ordinances, creating Article 7, residential collection station, providing for collection and disposal, defining terms and prescribing rates. Yes, sir, this is the third and final reading. This is the last reading. Citizens of Pharr needed a place to dump. Before, we did not have a place. They would have to go to the county dump north of Edinburgh.
Mm-hmm.
So we're making this a residential collection station. They can come drop off their bulky items, trash, carpet, stuff like that, to Public Works. And it'll be open on Saturdays also.
And for the record, where's Public Works located?
1014 West 495 here in Pharr.
All right.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 6B, consideration action, if any, on resolution concerning AEP's distribution cost recovery factor, application to increase distribution rates. Yes, sir, AEP's making improvements to their system, much needed improvements to the point of 39.87 million. They want to increase the residential rates, or the rates all together, to recover some of that cost. City of Pharr and other cities are opposed to it. It will be an increase of $1.83 to the residential customer, the average customer. This resolution is opposing the rate increase.
We're going to oppose. Motion to oppose.
Second.
Second, Caballero. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 6C, consideration action, if any, on resolution executing an advanced funding agreement with TxDOT for the Department of Transportation for the commercial vehicle staging, CSJ 0921-02-423. Yes, Mayor, Commissioners, I want to take the next 3 up, if we can, in one motion. C, D, and E, they're all advanced funding agreements with TxDOT. In looking at the agenda today, some of the numbers are off on all 3 agreements. TxDOT's already been notified of it. They agree with us that they're off. They're going to fix them, and we'll bring them back. So I'm recommending to table C, D, and E.
Motion to table.
Okay.
C, D,
Second.
and E.
Second.
Second, Guajardo. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 7A, consideration action, if any, on order continued declaration of disaster and a public health emergency for the city of Pharr, Texas. Yes, sir, the current order that the board extended, that the mayor initially did, will expire on the 21st, I believe, of this month. We need to extend it. We're still in the emergency. We still need the order to control the public, give out our own orders, and recoup money from the federal government.
We're going to extend it to when?
Extended another 45 days.
Okay,
Additional 45 days.
Yes, sir.
well, had already a motion to approve. Do you have a second?
Second.
One
Yes,
question.
yes,
If,
Commissioner Cueto.
Is this in conjunction with the state? Like if the state,
It's in
Working.
line with the state supersedes the county, they supersede us, so we're in line with what the county's doing.
okay.
Yes, sir.
We're not going more stringent than what they're doing.
Great.
Okay. Any further discussion? Otherwise, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. 7B, consideration action, if any, on selecting various engineering firms to be part of the list of qualified firms for professional engineering services for water and wastewater improvement projects based on the statement of qualifications, project number 1920-60583S014-001. Yes, sir. As you know, we have a pre-qualification list for engineer services. The next B, C, D, and E are all the same. This is for professional engineering services for water and wastewater. We do a pre-qualification list. That way, when we have projects, we won't have to come out to bid again. We pick off that list. The list is due to expire in May of this year. So this will be the new list for 2 years.
Motion to approve B, C, D, and E in one motion.
Okay.
Second.
Can we do that, Counselor? Yeah, we'll do one by one. Because they're different,
Okay, then,
engineering
motion to
things.
approve B.
Okay. Do you have a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Thank you.
Yes, sir. 7C, consideration action, if any, on selecting various architectural firms to be part of the list for qualified firms to provide professional architectural services based on statement of qualifications, project number 1920-01, 528S015-001. Yes, sir. As I mentioned, this will replace the current list we have. This is the new list for architectural firms.
Okay. Do you have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Carrillo, second Chavez. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 7D, consideration action, if any, on selecting various surveying firms to be part of the list of qualified firms to provide professional surveying services based on statement of qualifications. Project number 1920-01, 528S020-001. Same list for 2 years. This is for surveying. Staff recommends approval.
So moved.
Carrillo,
Second.
Chavez. We have a first and a second motion. Any discussion on this item? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 7E, consideration action, if any, on selecting various engineering firms to be part of the list of qualified firms to provide professional engineering services for projects requiring general civil engineering, traffic engineering, construction engineering, inspection, structural engineering, MEP, that's mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, and electrical engineering based on the statement of qualifications. Project number 1920-01, 528S013-001. Yes, sir. This replaced the current list for several disciplines for 2 years. Staff is recommending approval.
So moved.
Second.
Carrillo, second Chavez. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 8, purchasing. 8A, consideration action, if any, on purchase of mobile data terminals. They're called MDTs for the Pharr Police Department for turnkey mobile using Texas DIR number DIR-TSO 4025, project number 1920-01-512P020-001. Yes, sir. If you remember, last meeting, we brought the same item, but it was for 10 new vehicles. This is for the 40 existing PD vehicles to replace the mobile data terminals in the cars. The cost is $230,000. It is a budgeted item. Staff is recommending approval.
Okay.
So
Motion?
moved.
Carrillo,
Second.
Chavez, second. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. 9, contracts and agreements. 9A, consideration and action, if any, awarding contract for the Pharr Port of Entry northbound lanes expansion and second BSIF exit, CSJ number 1 correction 0921022385 and 0921-02383. Yes, Mayor Commissioners, if you remember, we had this same item come back. We only had one bidder. We went out for bids again. We had three bidders this time. TxDOT ran it up through TxDOT. TxDOT vetted it. They approved it. We're back for our approval. We're recommending the first bidder, Jimenez Engineering, DBA as ICE Consultants, in the amount of $7,946,724.38.
So moved.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Dr. Caballero? Second. Guajardo, all right, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Thank you. One abstention. Next.
Thank you. 9B, consideration action, if any, on renewal proposal for Exana for road signs in Reynosa. Yes, sir, this is up to the bridge board. It's a renewal of an existing contract for 3 years at $2,700 a month. Or for 7 signs in Mexico side.
All right. Do we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Carrillo, second. Caballero. Is this us or is this should be EDC doing this?
No, sir, it's us. It's a bridge.
It's the bridge.
Bridge under general. fund.
Okay, and so this comes out of the bridge funds?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Consideration action, 9C, consideration action, if any, authorize the city manager to ratify the extension of the supply contract with Border Pacific Railroad Company for the purchase and delivery of stone aggregate, project number 18-19-40510 SP002-073. Yes, sir, this is a second extension for this company. The prices are good. It's for stone aggregate for our public works project. Staff is recommending approval for another year.
Okay. Do you have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Second, Guajardo. Any discussion?
Real quick, that's that rock that goes with the railroad trucks there? Or what is that?
Yeah, it's the rock for the road tracks for the asphalt and everything, the
Okay.
stone aggregate.
Oh, and we pay for that?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Not, it's like the railroad tracks, but it's not the railroad tracks.
oh, it's
the
not for
aggregate
the
that
railroad
goes-
tracks.
no,
It's similar to
Oh, okay, okay.
material. That's what he's talking about.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Before we leave, that's the last item, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I can't take this off. I can't hear myself. I just want to make sure people understand what's happening with the COVID-19 in our community. As everybody well knows, as of this morning's data, we've had 242 cases in the county and 3 deaths. So that's a mortality rate of about 1.23%. That's 1.23%. As you know, the county, the state, and the feds are following this closely. We do have good bed capacity in our hospital beds. Currently, we have a bed capacity available for the RGV, for ventilator patient, 195, and we have 420 med-surgical patient beds available. And so total cases of COVID-19 being hospitalized thus far is 111, and it looks like the recovery rate's pretty good as well. It's important to know because, as you guys well know, the governor wants to open up the economy, and the city of Pharr, we're moving in that direction as well. A couple of things to clarify for the citizens of Pharr, para todos los negocios. Every industry will be looked at. Lo vamos a comunicar con ustedes directamente because we want to know how you want to open your business. Everybody has to follow the COVID-19 guidelines, and everybody by now should know what they are. If not, we're going to print them and go give them to all the businesses with the help of the EDC and also the chamber. We're going to deliver to you the CDC guidelines, and they will be moving as time goes forward. Remember, it's all the models are exactly what they're called, models. There's no perfect model. It'll change as testing comes online, as more people either get infected or don't, or it plateaus off. And every time we have a change or an inflection point on that curve, the government will adjust, and we're included in that pot as a government. Having said that, once you know the rules of engagement, then we're going to speak to, for instance, all the auto industry. We'll start with them. And we're going to go to you, we're going to ask you, given the CDC guidelines, how do you propose opening up your Toyota store, your Honda store, to be in line with CDC guidelines? We're going to go to you because I think you guys know best on how to open your business with the understanding of, again, following CDC guidelines. But we're also going to tell you, you all have to agree what happens if the guy next to you who sells Ford or sells GM or Mercedes does not comply with the arrangement. There will be consequences to everything because you can't affect human life for profit. We're not going to allow that in the city of Pharr. So we're all gonna agree per industry, what are we gonna do to those, your colleagues that don't follow the rules? Whether that's a fee or we close them down, whatever it is, we'll do it together. And that's gonna be across the board for all industries in the city of Pharr. We're gonna be rolling that out in conjunction with the county and with the state as well, so everybody's gonna be on board. But just so you guys know that's coming. So when people ask you, commissioners, what are we doing? We're being proactive. And so we're gonna talk to the automobile industry, the retail industry, the culinary industry, taquerias. Everybody's gonna have input, but everybody will be held accountable. We're all adults, we know what's at stake. We're all trying to protect the vulnerable population, whether that be your grandparents, great-grandparents, or parents, or the people are in between there that are just predisposed versus the populations. We're gonna do what's right, but we are gonna move forward in abiding by the government's recommendation to move the economy forward, but in a smart and responsible manner, just so everybody knows, okay? Does anybody have any other comments, additions, subtractions? No? Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. We are adjourned. The time is 4:19. Thank you, everybody.